Good morning, and welcome to another edition of Coffee with Tea. I'm your host, the amazing T Street. So today's topic is fascinating. And when I say this to people, they always give me the side eye, looking at me crazy, like, what is wrong with you, T? I tell people that when I die, I intend to be a grave robber. Yep. I said, I intend to be a grave robber. People are like, what does that mean? So today I thought I would introduce you all to the concept of grave robbing 101. What does it take to be a grave robber? Well, first of all, I don't mean this literally that I'm going to go to a cemetery and dig up stuff in graves because people who know me know that I don't go to cemeteries. I'm afraid of cemeteries. Yep, I said it. I'm afraid of cemeteries. I've not been to my grandmother's grave. I've not been to my mother's grave since we put her in the ground. I don't do cemeteries. So anybody who knows me knows that I don't mean this literally that I'm going to rob a grave. What I mean by that is all the things that have been placed inside of me that I came to the earth to do, if I do everything that I'm supposed to do, I have essentially robbed the grave. Because what my belief is that if I don't pour out everything that's inside of me, it's wasted in the grave because nothing good is accomplished there. So, grave robbing 101. The first thing you need to do if you want to be a grave robber too is reject the notion that you have great potential. How many of you have ever been told you have great potential? We probably got told that by our moms and our teachers. Yep, I reject that notion. Yep, I always tell young people that potential means nothing. If you have potential to be a great singer, but you don't open your mouth and sing, so what? If you have the potential to be a great mathematician, but you won't do a math problem, so what? If you have the potential to bust a move and you don't do that, so what? Reject that notion that you have great potential because the greatest potential live, lies, and rests in the cemetery. Yep, in the cemetery because people die every day without doing what they came here to do. It's wasted there. Second thing, embrace the notion that is inside of you is infinite capacity to live at your apex. That means if you reject that you got potential and instead you embrace that you have this capacity to do that which you will, and then you do it, you can live at your apex. What is that? At your peak, at your summit, at the top of your mountain, whatever that is for you. The top of your mountain may look different than what the top of my mountain looks like. And so, what that means is that every day you get up and you're climbing, you're trying to reach whatever that apex is for you. And when you get there, you don't just want to get to your apex, you want to live there because when you're above the fray and you're at the top of your game, not just in careers, but in terms of life and happiness and joy and all those things, whatever it is that you seek that's at your apex, when you get there, you don't want it to be fleeting. You don't just want to get there, you want to live there. Now, sometimes when you're trying to get to your apex, you don't reach it on the first climb. Yep. Have I failed? Yep. Far more times than I've succeeded. So the next step is three, you've got to resist the urge to feel sorry for yourself when you fall short. Inevitably, we all fall short sometimes of reaching whatever our apex is. There are days when I'm on top of the mountain with my physical therapy. And there are days when I'm in the valley. I literally, the other day, sat in with my physical therapist on the table. And if I was some kind of, as my pastor would say, if I was a punk, man, I'd be mad. But because I almost dropped a thug tear. But I didn't do that. I chose not to feel sorry for myself. One of my favorite quotes is a quote by D.H. Lawrence, and it says, I never saw a wild thing sorry for itself. A small bird will drop frozen dead from a bough without ever having felt sorry for itself. Yeah, when we stroke ourselves, when we feel bad, we throw a pity party, and we have pity party balloons, it makes us feel better for the moment, but it still doesn't help us reach our apex. It still doesn't help us get to whatever that is. That's when we are more prone to be in our potential than we are to live at our apex. So I'm going to encourage you to resist the urge to feel sorry for yourself because it doesn't produce life. Self-pity is a self-denial that creates self-destruction. Ooh, I'm gonna say that again. Self-pity is a self-denial that creates self-destruction. So don't live in feeling sorry for yourself. The final thing that I will say to you is, if you want to be a grave robber, simply go out and do everything that you were brought to the earth to do. If you were meant to be a teacher, go teach your face off. If you were meant to be a runner, go run the race of your life. If you were meant to work with senior citizens, make sure that every senior you touch knows that they have great work. To tell young people that they matter, you spread the message so that every kid has the opportunity to know that they are that truth. Whatever you were brought here to do, if you were brought here to dance, I dog double dare you to pirouette like you have never pirouetted before. If you were brought here to make other people's lives better, you better get to moving, because we got a whole lot of people who could learn and live a better life if you simply stepped up and did the thing that you were brought here to do. I will never apologize for saying that I intend to be a grave robber. I get up every day. I don't always reach my goals. I haven't met my physical therapy goal for this week. Hopefully I will by tomorrow. But every single day I get up and I pour out. I pour out. I pour out in my own life. And finally, I pour out every single day. I empty out my pitcher. You want to know why? Because it gives me room for me to be refilled for the next day. I don't lose anything by pouring out all the time, because guess what? It just leaves more room for me to be replenished. Now, I'm a coffee drinker. If you know me, this is my coffee with tea. By the way, today's mug says, God's got this. I love coffee mugs. For folks who wonder what I collect sunglasses and coffee mugs. I love coffee. But one of the things I don't like about a Keurig, and I have a Keurig, one of the things I don't like is if you don't use it all up, the water in it is stale the next day. So me, I literally drink enough coffee so that I use all the water that was in there, because I want to have fresh water for the next day. And so if I pour out everything that's inside of me, it gives more space for me to be refilled, so I have more freshness to pour the very next day. Yep, make no mistake, when the amazing T Street leaves the earth, I will be a grave robber unapologetically, because I'm leaving nothing for the grave because it's wasted there. I'm the amazing T Street. I can assure you there is absolutely, positively nothing amazing in me that's not in each and every one of you. So today, I charge and I challenge you to go rob the grave by just pouring out some of what's inside of you. Have an amazing, amazing day.